And here's Rubio. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 8. Here's Eubanks. And he throws it down with one hand.
Nice job playmaking by Rubio there. The moment he sees the wide open man, the pass is sent his way.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Leading by 17. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
We've got Jackson. Malik Beasley is out there with Aaron Holiday. Then there's George, and it's King in at the 5. Beasley for 3. Drains the triple. Beasley's got his first 3 points of the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Victor Oladipo. And it's Eubanks in at the 5, roaming the paint. Aaron Holiday out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's George. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's King in at the center position.
You know, when Oladipo is throwing shots away, it gets everybody going, and his coaches and teammates alike love it.
And for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Victor Oladipo is out there with James Harden. And it's Eubanks in at the center position, locking down the middle.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
George passes to King. The 3 is up. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Powell with the drive, and he banks in the layup. Powell's got 5 points.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that one.
You know that. No question about his abilities. And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Zubac, he's checked in for Eubanks. Jones comes in for Leonard. Dunn, he's checked in for Oladipo. And Rubio is subbed in for James Harden. Back to Zubac. 5 to shoot. Rubio passes to Powell. 3-pointer off the mark. Beasley outside. Here's King. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Poke loose. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Bogdan Bogdanovic checked in for Powell.
The Clippers, Bogdanovic.
34 seconds left in the second quarter. Kept alive.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
From the arc, King gets the bucket. King's got 43 points.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
George with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Takes the 3. King gets the bucket. King's got 46.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And your new best squad.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, how'd you see it?
It all starts with their shooting, and they're on fire from behind the arc. And I can say the opposite when it
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps. Oh, did he? He did! Wow!
Are you kidding me?
And for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense, and I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
Three-pointer. Up again. It's good on the putback.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
2 minutes.
Harden from outside. He drops it from range. Harden's got 6.
You know, he does so many things well, James Harden. It's easy to forget that he's top 3 all time in most three-pointers made.
Hits the trifecta.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shootout this team. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Here's King, and again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Here's Bogdanovic. Leonard for 3. Holiday grabs the miss. Here's King. Outside Holiday. Goes back up. And there's Jackson on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Powell with it. Guarded now by Holiday. And stolen by Holiday. Here's King. And yes! Another basket!
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now.
Home team foul.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubats. Jones comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Oladipo's checked in for Bogdanovic. And it's Dunn in for Harden. From deep, knocks it down from distance.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. First free throw is good.
Well, you know, from role player to star, Oladipo's transformation has been remarkable. I mean, he's a guy who is really hungry to be an all-time great.
Trying to get something going here in the half court.
Yeah, that's where they've been struggling to execute.
Here's King. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Taking 2 shots.
That one's no good.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So it's Los Angeles now. We've got George. Malik Beasley is out there with Aaron Holiday. Then it's Jackson, and it's King in at the 5 spot. Paul George pulls it in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Foul.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. Eubanks, the pass to Miller. Oladipo double teamed. Right side Rubio. Here's Eubanks. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
And again.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's King. Good. Another from 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Oladipo, the pass to Eubanks. It's Brown on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
King. He got it again. Sensational. Oh, and there's 80 points.
Oh, wow. Just wow. This guy is on another level.
Outside, Brown to the middle. Here's Oladipo. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
Boy, Oladipo has really expanded his game, can do a lot of damage in a lot of different ways at the offensive end. Very polished.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And here's Brown for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
3. This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Into the lineup for Los Angeles, Derek Jones Jr., Chris Dunn.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Beasley for 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Beasley's on the court to do one thing, and that's knock down jumpers.
23 seconds left in the fourth. And stolen by Beasley. And they're on the break. From downtown. Good. He hits again.
He just notched 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on. so they get the victory here at home. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Garçon, Converse on my feet. Yeah, I just ate Bon Apple Cheat. Young refugee, are you ready or not? We beat to rap with key beat to lock. Hand me my keys, then I skate off the lot. Enemies retreat before we the block. Early morning, late night, Jay Leno. Run me my cake or some. Don't be the last straw that broke the back on the camo. Y'all know where I'm from. Shoo, Dale Lamo. Same soup, I just had to reheat it. Ain't know my name, I ain't had to repeat it.
Joining us today for our wrap party is King Jordan and Power DF. We are so excited to have you two on the show. Joining Chris Manning, we're going to go 3v3 in Proving Grounds, try to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
We are going to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
For 2K TV. King Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great running with Power DF and LD2K, and it's great to be back on 2K TV. Thank you for having me.
Power DF, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm excited. I almost thought you guys weren't.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to the Jazz.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Highland in at the one spot. Greg, is a player, how long does the excitement of a new season last?
I'd say it starts to wear off right about now. You got to start bringing your own motivation to every game, and you need to provide your own energy.
Now here is Holiday. Here's King. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Here is Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Randle down low. Jackson on him. Randle no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you've got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future. Yeah, easy call.
It's his first trip to the line.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
First free throw is good.
You know, one thing you have to admire about Randle is his hunger to get better. He is a real leader who leads by example.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And Dillingham subbed in for Highland. Both free throws good from Randle.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
George against Edwards. From 12 feet out. The shot by George, no good. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Edwards can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Jackson on him. Handle no good. Here's King. Offline with his three.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Reed. Connects from three-point range. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now King. Three-pointer. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Timberwolves lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Here's Highland. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Gobert is out there with Reed. Then there's McDaniels. Then it's Bones Highland. And it's Shannon in at the shooting guard position. Now here's King. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Inside, Moody. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around." We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough. And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Highland. And it's King with the rebound. Outside Williams. Shoots a fader. There's 1:38 left in the first half of basketball. Basket counts.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
They get a hand on it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Highland. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Timberwolves. They're still riding with the middle of the pack, but trending upward.
Well, seeing where this home team is right now, they're rolling, and we expected that. Lots of talent. The chemistry is there, and so is the unrivaled production. Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for Bones Highland. Beasley outside. Now the pass to Holiday. Fires for three. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Shannon. Nothing on the board, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
Here's King. Drops one in from the wing. King's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
To the inside, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. King, that's good.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Taken away by Holiday. From outside the arc, knocks down the 3-ball. 13 points for Money.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes it to Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. They're up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our half. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what was your impression?
They've been knocking it down from 3. You have to give the playmakers credit for consistently finding the open guy. And then, of course, the shooters have delivered. If they keep it up, they're going to be tough to beat.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
G.G. Jackson is out there with King. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert. And it's Highland in at the point guard position. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years. But what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Now here's Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. Stolen by Jackson. Highland against King. Hands it from downtown. King's got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Randle against Jackson to halt the run, and it's finished off by McDaniels as he lays it in.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Their great outside shooting really fueling this run.
Here's Highland. Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
Assist goes not enough defense there. Allowing Randle to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
King. And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Here's Randall. Doesn't go for him.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Simmons inside the line, and the jumper falls for him. Simmons got his first 2 points of the night. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 16. Outside, Simmons. Drops in the tray. Simmons got 5 minutes.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Paul George. King is out there with Jackson. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Holiday in at the point.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
King with the steal. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Reed misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Minnesota calls timeout, and the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Dillingham. Back to Alexander Walker. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And the rejection by Jackson. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And the shot goes in.
Nice execution on the inbound. Just how you want to draw it up.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Wainwright's checked in, and Dillingham subbed in for McDaniels. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Dillingham.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Now here's King. Good on the three-point shot. King's got 39.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And, man, Gobert is on a tear right now. Keep going to the hot hand. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But, again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
King. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Down low. Over to the wing. Alexander Walker passes to Gobert. Back to Alexander Walker. Rebounded by Jackson.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
For the three. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
A A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Williams, he's checked in for King. Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. Now here's Gobert. Pass to Dillingham. Here's McDaniels, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Nice feed inside, saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Williams for three, gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. There was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. What was the area of emphasis coming into the game tonight?
I mean, we knew this is a team that you can't, take for granted. They play hard. So we had to, step it up, execute offensively, and, stop them from scoring.
Definitely the fundamentals, but those are the most important things. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it up. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. So long, everyone.
Really care about what you would do if you had this bread and the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. Devil in the booth, I'm sitting on this. Don't touch the stove, I'm begging on this. I'm Freddie, I'm Mike, I'm Chucky, I'm Jason on this. You shaking on this, got some for hating on this. Look, all my celebrity crushes, I already. Be mad cause I did it already. I told them make sure to my dinner already. And I did it all and you can tell me. Boy, what I want you can give me. Got plenty of Benjis, but now it's more money, more problems. I should've listened to Biggie. And this type of living is not for beginners. You kinda losers do not make try to be cool, but I'm not for the I got the rock paper. I keep it like rock paper scissors. I made the choice, it was not their decision. I'm not gonna listen to rappers who sound like broke records, but no, you did not. I'm highly offended. Only way you gonna get to where you wanna be, you gotta. Even if you made it to the bottom of the pit and try to climb it to the top, you know I probably always wonder how I'm feeling, and I tell them that I feel like I gotta play the. If it want me, she gotta be attending. If she's sending me selfies, it gotta be joining. Too many times I told these stop playing with me. I don't want to hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread and the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. Wait, I've been waiting on this. Devil in the booth, I'm sitting on this. Don't touch the stove, I'm begging on this. I'm Freddie, I'm Mike, I'm Chucky, I'm Jason.